Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? We had a beautiful day. First and foremost, I like to thank my community and everybody for coming in. I didn't schedule this, but I kind of did this video on the spur of the moment. I wanted to try to, question and answers, but I was getting a lot of things in my comments about Angelo, and he's an old time gangster in the federal prison. And if people don't understand that, I just can't get him, at the spur of the moment. It costs a lot of money to get that phone in there. These things aren't like the price of things on the street. That's all, and I hate to say it, but I've money grammed and everything like that, but it's uh it's tough for him to be the minutes of doing that, hiding a phone, acquiring a phone, and then using a phone in there. It's costly. It's costly. And in the comments, forgive me, but some of the folks think that that's just easy. That they don't realize what that is costing him, and he's just not going to get up here and speak to us for minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes. So, I'm trying to give the people uh, 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 an exclusive to have, like, when I know he's going to talk to me. But I texted him earlier because the text is like cheaper, I guess. But he was like, well, guy's broke. The guy's broke. I don't know what to say. I ain't got money to keep sending him 40s and 50s so he could come on here and talk for 40 seconds or 4 minutes. I can't do it. I can't do it. So for future people that are coming in and just wanting to hear from him, it's tough. It's tough. It ain't like you're just talking to a guy down the street. The guy's in first, he's got to be able to be away from the guards, and then he has to be able, wherever he does it in isolation, however he tries to make these calls. I don't know if he maybe has a little more liberty. He's an old man. Maybe they might give him a little more liberty, or let him have a phone. But nonetheless, the prices of all that stuff is astronomical in prison. So I'm going to try to keep him in there as much as I can. But at the end of the day, I just can't just keep sending a guy $50 bills for that phone. It is what it is. So how you doing, Michael Condinas? The skipper. So yeah. I was checking out Dominic Cicali. I was checking out a couple of other guys. I had mixed views on him, but he seems to be all right. It seems like everybody judges all the mob tube stuff based on whether they're a rat or not a rat. Of course, I've been very animated about it, but I know the old timers say, well, a rat is a rat is a rat, but I've come to kind of believe that there's levels of ratting. There's levels. I mean, because Dominic Cicali brung up some good points. Good points. When the bosses and the captains and stuff throw you under the bus, hell with that. You're not, they're supposed to be loyal, Cosa Nostra. They're supposed to be loyal, Cosa Nostra, to the ranking people. And then they get thrown under the bus. Nah, I'm going to think about my wife and kids. I'm sorry. So there's different levels and different situations of that. I think, historically, you just never, I mean, if everybody across the board just kept their mouths shut, it would be okay. But it doesn't happen when, as the years went on from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, the playing field changed. So, if everybody just kept their mouth shut, there wouldn't be so many problems and paranoia and everything. But when it turned into the 80s and 90s and current times, it was just like, You got other guys on Speed Rat, and so I found that Dominic Cicali, I found him interesting. He does a channel, and he explained that what he did. Hey, David BMX, he explained what he did, and he put it in simple terms. I thought that was pretty good about that guy. I thought that was all right. So, yeah, I just wanted to just say, it's tough to get Angelo in there. I mean, I'm on a strict budget, and it's tough when it comes to that. You get a phone, whatever, he might be in debt for that phone and then have to use minutes. That's like gold in there, That's just like gold. Mob Rats 1. That's something new. So, yeah, so I texted, and he's kind of shaking me down. I'll give him some more money, do the MoneyGram thing in prison, but it's tough. It's tough. The prices of things in prison are way, way. You know, what it must take to smuggle a phone and things like that, and then keep the minutes up, and it ain't like you're just walking to Walmart and doing it. No, it's different. Everything exponentially is way higher, way higher. Those types of things are worth a phone in prison. That's worth, must have cost him. And nobody's around. We talked to him. We talked to Angelo. There ain't nobody. Everybody's dead. He's 75. He said he's not coming up for parole to 2031. He'll be 80 something. He'll be 82. See, folks, you see on MobTube a perspective. You see a perspective of rat, this and that. They go away. And then there's no other commentary or narrative on it. Oh, this happened, that happened. It seems so platonic. Like it's theater, because Mike Francis is theater and Sammy the Bull, they're theater. So it seems so generic and platonic and vanilla. But no, these guys are dying in prison. There's nobody around helping them out. And they're 70 years old, 75, and they're dying. I get a shot to talk to the guy because he's got those track phone thing in there, however he obtained it or whatever. But he has to keep the phone going from luxury, and yeah, thank you, Mob Rats 1. And another thing is, like, people could say, yes, the truth serum, they deserve it. I understand. They deserve it. They rock and rolled. Well, that's what happens. Yeah, but isn't there just a little sense of humanity that a senior citizen, yeah, well, he put himself there. Okay, guilty as charged. He put himself there. But spiritually speaking, and to be not so non-judgmental, an old man that he told me he was eating those ramen noodles, like me. He's eating those ramen noodles, 5 for $1. Well, just humanistically speaking, there's so many quick trigger people on MobTube. Oh yeah. They live in their mother's basement, and then they want to know all this and that, and now they want me to talk about Angelo in the comments. Well, I can't afford to freaking give Angelo $50 for minutes to go up in there. I don't have money buried and everything like that. And oh well, you just want money, Truth. So no, I do my show however I do it. If you guys want that type of content, yeah, Mob Rats. No older man needs to be left in there just so those lion rats can come on here. Yeah, he could have turned on a ton of people, and the Colombo family with Mike Francis. There's stuff I can't even talk about because he's the golden boy of YouTube. Yeah, Angelo, this guy that's in Atlanta, he was there. He was rubbing elbows. But you got the golden boys of YouTube that generate a lot of money for YouTube, and then you got to watch out because I've been censored before, and I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. He remembers me back in the day, but he found a Christian. He did a Mob Rats one. Mob Rats one. He did a video with the son of Sam, and he's trying to sell wine and books, and he's hugging the son of Sam. Mob Rats one. He's selling wine. Did anybody from his production company or his production crew say, Mike, that might not be a good idea? You see, so you see that, and then he stands behind Christianity while he's pickpocketing you. And why don't he why don't he come up and say, well, all the Colombo family old timers that are doing life, I'm going to put 500 a month in their commissary. You want to be a Christian, Mike? Put 500 a month in all the Colombo families commissary. That didn't rat on you, bro. And in the meantime, you testified in front of the Senate. Come on, man. Yeah, Mob Rats one. Did you see Mike in front of the Senate Judicial Committee on Organized Crime? He gave up everybody but the plumber. So go ahead, Mob Rats. That's Mike Francis. Why don't he send money to the funds of these old timers that can't even have minutes on their phone to talk? You know, like a retirement fund. The guys that didn't rat, so these guys are out there still doing. Well, they all got immunity because they gave up everybody but the plumber and the janitor and the electrician. Legend has it that Mike gave up the plumber too. He gave up the plumber too, and the car mechanic and the mailman. So the guy wants to be a Christian, and be a Christian. The old wise guys fund. I can't afford to keep sending Angelo money. He's in there rotting. There's nobody around. Oh, some people say he deserves it. Well, I don't know. I got mercy from the angels. I should have been dead a lot of times. I got mercy. I had the grace of God, but but the people in the comments think it's just like so easy, like I could just say, oh, hello, Angelo, hey, how you doing? You got 15 minutes? No, the guy's doing time in Atlanta. He's doing time. I don't know if he sneaks off somewhere and talks, or does he owe money for the phone, or is he paying somebody to use some track phone in the minutes? Everything's at a premium in prison. So for future references, folks, yeah, it's good to hear a rare thing on YouTube. It's very rare that you can get a old captain from the Colombos to be talking. It's a rare thing. So I didn't try to sell my book after 400 videos. I didn't come up here begging and hoping for money and everything else. I'm just putting it out to the people. Spare me the comments. I mean, spare the comments. Hey, Mr. Brossman, how you doing? Jesus said, there's no greater love than this, that a man lay down his life to save his friends. A rat lays down his friends to save his own life. Wow, Arian Brossman, man, that's good. Wow. Yeah. Thank you, Arian Brossman. Joe Gold, the cover for him and his like the rat one was raised mind his own business to keep him out, never judge others. Yeah. I mean, we've heard a million mafia stories. Joey Merlino, John Alick, Sammy the Bull Gravano, Mike Francis. We heard it all from A to Z. We've heard everything under the sun. They got writers. They got editors. I do this. I can do this. Those guys are Mama Lukes. They're mushes. They're Mama Lukes. I do this with nothing, and where it goes, it goes. But I'm better than all of them. Hey, Big Yin, how you feeling, buddy? But you don't hear. All we hear on MobTube is, yeah, Tony went away for life. Somebody did this. Somebody ratted. Well, Angelo's doing life because somebody ratted on him, folks. Did you hear what he said in the other video? They were lined up. They were in line to rat on him. But they wanted him to rap first. They wanted Angelo to rap first. And he gave up his family and his kids and his freedom. Then you see these Mama Lukes on YouTube channels and they're all fluff and whatever. But that's entertainment and that's MobTube. I have to look. I have to keep reminding myself it's entertainment. Then whatever they do, they do. But in the real world, I just try to peel the layers back a little more to just show reality. It's not a Hollywood production like Mike Francis. Everything's a Hollywood production and all that. It's not the mafia. He don't represent 3% of what the mafia really is. Newsflash. Mike Francis is not the mafia. They put a pin on him. They said, "You're captain. Run the rackets and make us some money." He wasn't a shot caller. He's not the mafia. The biggest mafia channel on YouTube. The guy. How ironic is that? You know, the guy could sell. His he can get your socks and underwear, but hey, Mr. Spataro, happy Sunday to you. So, but spare me the comments. I mean, it's nice to have a guy call me that never could speak his voice. He didn't even know what YouTube was. When I asked him the last time I get him on the phone, Mob Rats. I get him on like when he was gonna call, and I know when he's gonna call. I do my video, and then I could put the phone here so you guys could hear me talking to him. So that was on the other things. He didn't even know what YouTube was. He didn't even know what YouTube was. He's in his mid-70s, and he ain't going up for parole to 2031. He's gonna die in there. He's gonna die in there. But I have a small channel, Mob Rats, but I put it down. It's organic. I always use that word, organic. I guess I like to use that word. It makes me sound smart, It makes me sound smart. I have an organic channel here, and I try to peel the layers back. But we have a little fun here, too. I did some comedy skits and everything. I'm a frustrated weatherman, a frustrated comic. I'm a good talk show host, and I do it with a crooked lamp, but I'm the best. You guys should be confident too. I try to do motivation for people, love and compassion, raise people's spirits up, and I'm a one-stop shop. You get it all here. When I'm done with you folks, your ears will be red because I can put it down. I can chirp. You guys will be like, "Oh, thank you." You guys will be, wow, this truth storm. He really chirped. You sure this truth storm didn't cooperate? Oh, wow. The real guys die in prison. Yeah, off the street. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, I texted him, Bros, man, and he said, because you helped get those minutes. Thank you, Mr. Bros, man. Thank you. He firstly was, God bless you from Angelo to you, Mr. Bros, man. Because I said there's a good guy there that is doing this, because I feel like I'm getting shook down by Angelo, but he thinks I have money. I don't have money. I ruined my life. I got degrees in everything academically, but I ruined my life. He's thinking I'm rocking and rolling here high off the hog. I told him I don't have it. I'm trying to build my channel up, and it's doing all right. It's doing okay. But I'm confident. I'm definitely confident in my abilities as just a regular talk show host in general. Because I look at these other guys, God forgive me. These other guys, But I've been getting in the comments. It's a good novelty, Mob Rats and Arian Brossman. Thank you, Arian Brossman and Stephanie. Thank you. And they think it's easy. I can't just call Angel, I could text him and he could say, "Well, Joe, I'll call you at a certain time." And then I could schedule the video according to that. I can't just sit here and go live and then say, "Okay, I'm going to call Angelo. Hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah." No. But, it's financially, that's a compromise, So, yeah, you got to light up, Chris. You got to light up. Caffeine, nicotine, you know what I mean? Do I have an addictive personality? It seems like everything that was freaking good, I couldn't get, like hedonistic thinking. I'm an old man now. But, oh well. Nikki, if you're watching, I love you, honey. I love you. If you're watching, my little baby. So, yeah, Big Yin. What do you mean? You spend all your money on cigarettes? This is my only enjoyment. I'm an old man. This is my score. And talking to you guys, you know, that's all. This is my score. So Joe's getting cigarettes for Christmas from Virginia. Oh well, I cut down though today. I'm good. I cut down because yes, I cannot afford to smoke, and this is only like my fourth one. So I'm doing good. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do the nature walk in the park, but it's gonna be a little grainy. We're gonna do the 50 and over walk, and just take a walk with me. Walk this way, um, like Aerosmith. We're gonna walk and we're gonna look at the river. We're gonna get close to Mother Nature. If there's any old timers, and we're gonna do that. Just show the scenery of the gorge and the rapids, and that's it. So I get cabin fever in here. Yeah, David BMX. We are still alive. 60 years long. I got a 15 right at home. Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't want to be a prude or anything, and like, oh Joe, the truth, so I'm just trying to get money. I can't, you had all these guys doing mob channels, but they never had a guy live from the pen. You know why? Because they're the ones that put the guys in the pen. That's why you don't see, if you're looking at those YouTubers on there, they're doing their channels because they read it. Let's establish that. They got YouTube channels because they read it and they got immunity. So who the hell they gonna call from prison? The guy they ratted on? No. And there's a lot of stuff that me and Angelo can uncover because there was a big gap of time. It's 2024. Geez, this was the late 80s and 90s. He went away in 2002. He's on a 22-year stretch. And he's up for parole in 2031. He must have got a 30-year, he got a 30-year mandatory, or for whatever he did. I didn't want to ask him what he did or not. I don't know. Because it don't matter. He's gonna die in there. So kind of unique. But the other mob tubers with their big channels, who they gonna talk to in prison? The guys they ratted on? Mike Francis in front of the Senate committee, he was on speed rat. Like I told you folks, he gave up everybody. And from other families too. I'm not even sure if Angelo got into that fray, because from the timeline, that was right around the same time. Angelo's telling me he went in. Did he get caught up in that? I don't know. But you heard what Angelo said on the phone. They were all in line to rat on him, and he didn't rat. He had a chance to rat first. So what does this Angelo think when he's laying in that cell every day as an old man? I should have ratted. I should have ratted. Well, I was just trying to be nice and be Costa Nostra. I was just trying to go to the Omerta, and what did that get me? They're out on the streets with their wife and children and grandchildren, and he's rotting away. Yeah. Mob rats, he kept his dignity. Yeah, he kept his dignity. But sometimes what's worth more? Your mob family or your personal family? The mafia tells you your mafia family comes first. And then you rot away. You're supposed to rot away. But when it just came down to Rico and everybody started ratting, I don't know. Everybody's got their different views. But the government comes in first and says, oh, we want to know about Gino, Dino, Giancarlo. We want to know about all these guys. And you say no. And then you go away. And then when you look, then when you're getting indicted, you see those are the same guys on the same guys that made statements on you. So you got approached first and said no. Now you go do 30 years. And then the guys you were protecting are the same guys that told on you. How do you process that? He's been in there 22 years, not counting other little bids. But how do you process that? How do you process laying in there said, yeah, I should have ratted on that no good rat. That no good, you know. So you die with dignity in prison. You don't have your family, but you got your dignity. That's a tough one. People got different people got different views on that. All these rats would still be doing shit on the streets if they never got caught. Right. Yeah. You know, and it's like, I don't think Mobtalk, Mobview, Mobtube really understands when you're just getting information from four big guys. I got more respect for John A. Not because he gave my channel a shout out, and Gene Barillo. And you could talk whatever you want. Gene Barillo hates Joey and all that. You get into the mob soap opera, but out of them all, Mike Francis is the least guy to be defined as a gangster, and he's the number one guy with all that bull crap. It's a joke. It's a disgrace to the life, the real life. You know, but that's entertainment. That's mob tube soap opera. Yeah. Big Yin says you can't put yourself in that mindset when you're doing a major sentence. Yeah. Arian Brossman says the worst part about Mike is he totally denies ratting in any way. Part of being a Christian is being honest and confessing your sins. Very well said. Yeah. What about all that? And he does the forgiveness speech, you know, sermon. He does the sermons and all that. Well, he don't even practice what he preaches. So why don't he be honest about it? It's common knowledge, you know, and I tell the people that the truth serum isn't saying it like I just have an opinion about Mike cooperating or anything like that. Most of MobTube is their only information or their only go-to is what happened with Norby Walters. And while he cooperated with the government, but Norby Walters died. So Mike Francis just hangs his hat and says, oh, well, he died anyways. No, your intentions were on the 302 that you wanted him to go away. But forget about Norby Walters. That ship already sailed. You got him for an hour giving up everybody on Speed Rat to the Senate Judicial Committee hearing on organized crime. So all those Mike Francis supporters, you can't defend that. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's irrefutable evidence. There he is. It's him in the flesh. And there he is. So all you Mike Francis supporters, you know, so why don't he just come to his own self-awareness and his own spiritual, he's supposed to be so spiritual with finding God in Jesus and all that. So why don't he come to his own sense of wisdom and enlightenment and Christianity? You know, Mob Rats, you've seen the video. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Big Yin. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Christian. Yeah, Lee Cole showed them. Yeah, then he tried to get Lee Cole in trouble. He tried to get Lee Cole in trouble and all that because they had the text messages. Yeah. And he's the prince of mob too. But, you know, if people watch him, they watch him. That's just the nature of this. That's just the nature of this platform. It's just the nature of this platform. But I look at it different because I was around these guys and my buddy Angelo's rotting away in prison I'm in communication. And It burns me because some guys didn't rat and they're going to rot in prison like Angelo. And then you got these other guys sitting up there selling wine. Oh, Chaz Palminteri, it's got a fresh bouquet. Really, bro? Really? You're a gangster? He had enough money. Hey, Julian Zimmerman. Now, let's just think about this, folks. I like to psychoanalyze things also. Here's a guy that whatever he did, cooperating, testified, and he did all that. That wasn't good enough. Take the money, run to California, and chill out, okay? All right, let's think about this because all the defenders, sometimes we're just quick responders. Quick, well, what about this? No, step back. Let's think about it. Let's look at it. Here's a guy. Okay, the gas tax scheme, boom, boom, boom. Well, whoever started it and did it, that's old news. The fact of the matter is he makes some big money. He goes off to California. Then one day he says, I want to do a Mobtalk channel. A real gangster that ran away, caught every break, ratted in front of the Senate. A real gangster would have just chilled out and rode off into the sunset. You got your family in California. You got assets. You got production or whatever. You got your hands in different, generating different revenues from different business entities. You got to, now, wouldn't he just rest on that and go, boy, I don't want to know nothing about no mob. Jeez, I had, the history of my family, how it affected my family and all this. It's been a nightmare. Let me ride off into the sunset. Okay, a real gangster would have said that. What's he do? What's the first thing he does? He goes on network TV shows all over the world and puts in the thumbnails former mob boss. First of all, he should have rode off into the sunset. Second of all, he shouldn't have put mafia boss in there. If you're a real mafia guy, you would know that's the wrong thing to do. Oh, well, it just meant underboss. It just meant... No, it didn't. No, it didn't. So that's what you're dealing with that. If you really want to think about things, he would have just rested on his laurels, be happy he's alive, got some nice money stashed away, and ride away. So what's he do? He does a YouTube channel, which proves he was never a real gangster at all. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. So, and that's what pees me off, because these old timers, just like Persico, I was going to visit him. I didn't even know he died. I was going to visit him. Hey, baby A. How you feeling, baby A, down there in Texas? Where's baby B and baby C? So that's why I try to be a voice. I try to I did a couple comedy skits. I'm going to write, yeah, he's over there selling the wine and all that, mob rats. I mean, come on. Have a little dignity. Okay, I have a checkered past, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? There's guys all over federal penitentiaries all over America, old wise guys that are rotting away. Why don't Mike put a little money in their commissary so they could get some Twinkies and ho-hos or something, and they don't got to eat ramen noodles? This big Christian, the big Christian guy that had an epiphany in the cell and the sky opened up, and come on, man. Come on. It's getting old. I think his loyalty and support is kind of diminishing, but it is what it is. He's going to have his people. But, it ain't about him being a rat or not. That ship already sailed. So Mike Francis fans, that ship already sailed. It wasn't like he went to the 3rd District FBI federal court in Manhattan and all that. It ain't like he did the FBI thing. He went in front of the Congress and Senate Judicial Committee on organized crime. That's Hall of Fame ratting. That's Hall of Fame. So all you guys with Mike Francis, forget about Norby Walters. Forget about that. That was AAA. That was AAA league. It was bad. He intended to put him away forever, but Norby died. That's the minor leagues. That's AAA. But what he did in front of the government, Congress and Senate, that's Hall of Fame rap. That's Hall of Fame rapping. That's all. What's up, Dapper the Rapper? He's a Hall of Famer. Forget about the 3rd District down in Manhattan, whatever. Forget about that. He went to the Hall of Fame. And he gave up, he was giving up the Colombo people and other members of other families. He didn't really have to. He could have been more close vested. But boy, the janitors and the plumbers started getting worried, like, geez, I hope he stops there because, man, geez. The limousine driver was starting to sweat. Holy cow. Thank you, Arian Bross, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for helping me out because I did send that to Angelo. Thank you. Yeah. Wondering if you had any recent news stories. Info on the recent news stories. Nah. El Farag said, but he said, this El Farag, you know. James McCarthy, where'd you come from? James McCarthy. That rant yesterday's show was a classic. I know, please forgive me. Here's a little all those diapers you need to change. All right, James McCarthy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, James. God bless you and your family. I know I got to change their diapers. What's wrong with these people? These Mama Lukes, they come in. Here's El Farag. You could get out of this chat too, Al. You could get lost too. This is what this clown says. But he said he misled them on purpose. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, El Farag? What are you talking about? But he said he misled them on purpose. What are you talking about? Do these people got any sense of knowledge or intellect or anything? What are you talking about? But he said he misled them on purpose. Misled them? You know how many other indictments that led to? What are you talking about? They weren't talking about bacon recipes, El Farag. Come on, bro. You do this all the time. You little Mike Francis. Go to his channel, Al, and get your credit card out, bro. Go to his channel. Wow. I promote comments in here, but holy cow. Nah, James McCarthy, I got to change this guy's diaper. I got to change his diaper. He's really made a mess. He's made a mess. Number 1, number 2. Hey, Al, that's a number 1 and number 2. We got to change your diaper, okay? But he said he misled them on purpose. What universe are you residing in, bro? Oh my gosh, what universe are you residing in? Jeez. But he said he misled them on purpose. Is that what he said when you watched him? Well, go back and watch him, Al, and see what he says tomorrow. Okay? Okay, bro? Did you watch it? Did you watch the hearing, Al? You could call me Al? Come on, bro. I like comments and everything, but geez, that ship already sailed. Those are the guys, case in point, that buy everything off of Mike Francis. Those kind of guys. Those are the guys, folks. Those are the guys. Yeah. Why don't you donate to my channel, Al? Come on. Get the cobwebs out of your pocket, Al. Come on. Let's see that super chat. Al. Come on, bro. Forgive me, folks. I appreciate the comments and everything, but like I said, it's tough to keep changing people's diapers. This stuff is already established. That's the nature of MobTube and everything else. You're going to get just uninformed people. Just completely uninformed people, and that's understandable. Well, you know. Thank you, James McCarthy. I've been wondering how you've been and everything. Yeah, we're going to have to get a lot of diapers because holy cow. And then they don't understand about Angelo being in prison, and they completely missed the point on that. They can't even differentiate just common sense knowledge and logic. Do these mob soap opera guys like Sammy and Mike, do they just completely hypnotize their viewers? They're pretty good. They're like the amazing Kreskin or the great Kreskin or whatever. Well, no, they're like David Copperfield. They're like illusionists or whatever they are. Holy macaroni, folks. Thank you, James McCarthy. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to keep Angelo going. I got a guy that was from the crew, Colombo and everything. I didn't really know what has happened years later, but we're mutual friends with another guy, two other guys, and they gave me his number. I mean, he gave them, they gave him my number, so I try to catch him and put him on here. So watch the other videos. It might be him texting me right now. It might be him texting me. Yeah. Yeah, that L said, yeah, clowns. Yeah, we got to have the diaper fund here. So that's what's been going on, James. I got that good guy, Angelo, that's going to die in prison. He's coming up for parole in Atlanta in 2031. He'll be 85. He'll be 85. So, you know. So sorry, Al, but but he said he misled them on purpose. What do you think he's gonna say, Al? He was on Speed Rat for 2 minutes and 47 seconds. What do you think he was gonna say to you clowns that watch him and suck up all that gibberish? What do you think he was gonna tell you, bro? Come on. Ivan Lore, I don't know how you know that, but that suspected Gambino graveyard in Orange County Farm in the town of Goshen, as well as the nearby Campbell Hall Farm. That's the Harness Racing Hall of Fame in Goshen. I don't know how. Yeah, who are you, Ivan? That's the harness. Goshen, New York has the historical track for harness racing. Good juice. Yeah, a lot of bodies out there somewhere. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. There's a lot of bodies. You know, go ask Sammy and Mike where they all are. They got immunity. But yeah, I got a good break because I got Angelo to come in and talk about certain things, and that's something that hasn't been shown on YouTube. These guys that your mob heroes, all your YouTube mob heroes, that's the result of their ratting, Angelo. But nobody wants to entertain that, and that's their right. That's their prerogative. I understand that's their prerogative. It's a soap opera, it's theater, but I'm more I was around. I knew the guy. I knew the poor guy. Yeah, we had some rough times. He was hard on me, but holy cow, he's rotting away. Nobody rescued him. He didn't rat. I mean, it's more personal to me. It's just not theater. It's not theater. Them guys make it like theater, and you just overlook all their cooperation and all that. Of course, you're just interested in stories. I understand that, but I'm still going to give my point of view on it just the same. That's all, because it's, you know, a good old Mike. He couldn't just walk away into the sunset. No, no. He's a frustrated Hollywood actor. He was in all those productions, and then Chaz Palminteri couldn't even get him in a movie. He was doing B movies and everything back then, trying to do whatever companies, offset companies and everything. He couldn't even now he's a mob tube actor. He's a mob tube actor, and he comes on there. They're not wise guys. They're actors. You got Chaz, who's an actor, and Mike, who's a wannabe actor. So he's throwing Chaz a bone for coming on there, and they're still standing in black clothes, and they're standing next to each other, embarrassing themselves. Hey, Chaz, how's that smell? It's got a fresh bouquet and a nice Sauvignon. Oh, well, try this. Oh, yeah, yeah. And now listen, we used to have a lot of wine at the sit downs because it calmed people's nerves. Really, Mike? They used to have a lot of wine at the sit downs because it calmed people's nerves. Oh, okay. All right, Mike. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I seen them sit downs. Sometimes on purpose or not on purpose, or spying through a window that I left cracked and went outside to smoke, but I was looking. They weren't drinking wine, Mike. They were either drinking water, soda, coffee, BV on the rocks, or anything else except wine. Okay? Except wine. Jeez. How transparent the guy is. And these mamalukes, they defend him. They defend him. Mm. These are the same kind of mentalities that fall for those Ponzi schemes, you know. They're easy bait. Mike Francis got them all. Suckers. They're suckers. Barnum and Bailey was right. A sucker is born every minute. And so, yeah, we're throwing down. Yeah, Ivan, that's good juice, Ivan. Thank you, James McCarthy. I hope everything's going good. Next time you do a movie, put me in there. I'll show you how. I'll show you how to do. Yeah, I got you figured out, James. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I got the script and everything all written. I'll make you money, bro. Thank you, James. Thank you, everybody that helps an old man out here. Thank you, Arian Brossman and Stephanie. And Angelo got that. And he said, God bless them, because I said, yeah, I got some people on there that, aren't judgmental. Some people say, yeah, just let him rot. Let Angelo rot. Let him rot. Oh, okay, that's understandable. Somebody could be like that. And then some people say, maybe he's just an old man and, have a little mercy. You should all be Christians. If you're watching Mike Francis, you should have all been converted Christians by now. So you should be not judgmental and demonstrate love and compassion, because I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual with the precepts of love and compassion and humanity and humanistic things. Yes. Yes. The guy was coddling and hugging the son of Sam. Biggest mistake he ever made. Forget all the other gibberish he spews, but nobody said, I think that's a bad idea. He does a 10-minute intro to sell his wine. Then he does a 10-minute diatribe on forgiveness. And then he's hugging the guy that terrorized, serial killer that terrorized his hometown. 1 and 1 is 2, folks. It's a simple equation. It's a very simple equation. But it's people's prerogative. They go rock and roll, do what they want. They do what they want. Go ahead. They do what they want. There's going to come a time where this mob talk and stuff, there's new people coming up on the platform and they're going to phoenix and rise. But I just have other stories that are non-mob related and other interested things. I'm going to write another little comedy skit and I'm going to start doing interviews with people. So this channel is just in its infancy. I do it the hard way with no fancy things, but it's real. At least it's real. I'm a guy that was around them guys, and now we got a guy rotting away. I shouldn't say that because he knows maybe this other guy, this Rick, might be telling him some things, and Patty, this other guy, Patty. But I don't mean any disrespect, Rick or Patty, toward Angelo. You know that. I don't mean any disrespect like that. It's sad enough. It's sad enough. So, I'm just trying to do a talk show here because, these people, you know what I mean. So, yeah, the guy Rick from another family, his wife and they watched and then they were kind of against it. But he said, no, Jojo, you do all right. Do your talk show. You do all right. So it's a talk show. It's a talk show. It's a talk show first. And the topic is the mob. And then we're going to move on and, integrate other things. That's all. We're going to integrate other things. I'll rise up, get an introduction, get some bells and whistles, and just ride with me, folks. Ride with me. And Al, if I was too hard on you, I apologize. But just think a little more, buddy. That's all. I appreciate you coming in here. If I was hard on you, maybe you already left the show or you're not watching, but just think a little bit more on stuff. Okay, that's all. You have a right to your opinion. But that ship already sailed, okay, Al? So, all right. other than that, what else can I say? So, well, thank you, James, for helping me out. Team Brossman, thank you for helping me out. I'm gonna try to text um, or wait for a text because the communication with Angelo is skewed. But I just gotta see where that goes and get him on here so I could schedule another live show where I already know he's gonna call me at a certain time, so I'll schedule my live stream accordingly. But I'm not, he's kind of trying to shake me down. It ain't a shakedown, but I could understand that. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know if he realizes my financial. I told him, I said, I'm not financially sound like that. I ruined my life, bro. You ruined your life. I ruined my life too, Angelo. What the hell are you gonna do? So, but I'm making a comeback. I'm making a comeback, and that's why I try to promote. Don't give up. Stay in the game. The world's going to throw everything at you, but aside from the mafia and soap opera and everything else, and whatever your vocation is and anything that you're striving to be or anything that you're trying to overcome, you got to keep in there. I did my channel. I had 6 subscribers in 8 months. 8 months. I had 6 subscribers. You got to hang in there. Mental health things, maladaptive behaviors, it's running rampant. It's always going to be an issue in society. But how do you handle that? How do you respond to these things? It's not what has happened to you, it's how do you respond to them? We could only play a violin, poor me, for so long. But then you got to develop a plan, get your mind straight, feel like you are a king and queen from DNA. That's why I say be the kings and queens. We need to maximize our potential. Your human conditioning from the time you're born and go through school and other academics is going to skew you. From the minute you're born, you're losing your royalty unless you revisit it and rise up accordingly. So we try to demonstrate that. This is mafia stuff, but you guys are sitting at home and you guys got lives to lead. So I also want to share that message also that we have to overcome these hurdles and overcome them, be confident, and then tackle anything. I'm not saying I think I'm going to get 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers. I already feel it first. Like I always say, I'm waiting for the world to catch up to these thoughts that I'm putting out on the matrix. You know the story. So put the result first. 1 and 1 is 2. Put 2 first. Feel the 2, and 1 and 1 will catch up. Feel as if the 2 already exists, and 1 and 1 will catch up. So you have to think that. It's not wishful thinking. We don't know the powers that we possess. You've been dumbed down. You've been conditioned through academics and everything else, academics and media. You've been dumbed down systematically since the time you were born. Look at the Chronicles of Thomas, the lost Gospels of Thomas and the sayings of Jesus and the Dead Sea Scrolls. They were omitted from the Bible because they didn't want to empower the people for what Jesus and other cultures said all along. To gain power over. That was the Roman Empire trying to conquer the whole world. So of course they don't want you knowing about what Jesus said at the Council of Constantine in the year 300 AD. They edited all that stuff out so they could put something in there to control you. Now, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. That's why Jesus tore down all the money changers at the church. Organized religion. Religion isn't spirituality. I should be charging you guys for this stuff. Thank you, James McCarthy. Thank you. So I appreciate that. I'll keep you guys updated on Angelo. It breaks my heart. Gonna get parole hearing in 7 years. He's going up for a parole hearing when he's 82 years old. And now all the rats are out there. Yeah. All the rats. Well, if Angelo's friends are watching, Angelo, you should have ratted, bro. I'm sorry, you should have ratted because the guy you didn't rat on ratted on you. I'm sorry, maybe that was wrong to say. There's so many different levels of this ratting and cooperating and everything else, but there's just true aspect of rats, and you know who they are when they go in front of senators, congressmen. Those are Hall of Fame ratters. Hall of Fame ratters, folks. He gave them more juice than they were even asking for. And his lawyer was just letting him have carte blanche. His lawyer was like, well, you're on a roll now. Go right ahead. Oh, you're done with the Colombo family? Well, start ratting on the Genovese and the Lucchese and Gambino. Throw it all in there, bro. You're on a roll. So thank you, Ivan Lore. Thank you, Al Farag. I talk smack about you, but get your info. I mean, get your info down. Arian Brossman and Stephanie Dapper the rapper. You sneak in here, Mob Rats, man. Mob Rats 1. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that. Baby A. Yeah. You're watching me over Jeff Nadeau right now? Yeah. The sit down with Jeff Nadeau. Good historical information. But like I said, when he was talking smack about Joey and some other guys, he don't know. You see, he's a good historical documentary guy. Does good. He's got that stuff in his mind, like R.J. Rogers, but he won't know the flavor. Sometimes, forgive me, he gets to be like a Mama Luke. He's trying to piggyback. Listen, Jeff, you wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for these guys you're berating. You wouldn't have a show, bro. That's all. But he's good on his historical stuff. But don't try to put the gang like them guys down. Like whatever he's doing. If that guy could get 70,000 subscribers, I could get 7 million. That's why I'm confident. And I'm going to get there. I don't give up. Yeah, he's got his thing, stay in his lane, We're on the party. We're all partying on the Truth Serum party bus of life. Yeah, you get it all here. 100%. And you get a guy that's doing life in prison that we can listen to sometimes. Whoa, the magic bus. Yeah, we're riding the magic bus, my good people. And I'm a guy that doesn't charge for commenting. You want Mike Francis to say happy birthday to you? It's going to cost you 50 or 100. Why don't he interact with his people on the live stream? You got to pay for that. He ain't got enough money. He won't even talk to his supporters. I don't know. Yeah, beats the short bus. Yeah, beats the short bus. So, well, there you have it, folks. I had a good time tonight, and thank you, James McCarthy. Still waiting for that Atlantic City, my man. So, yeah, Joel, you take the wheel. So, I used to drive. I was a good driver, clean license back then, and I drove all them guys around and everything. Even Angelo, he used to holler at me. Angelo, that comes, he used to holler. They would get drunk and stuff, and they were, nice and everything. Yeah, I'm a DD baby, eh? So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. I thank my community for coming in here, and it's all good juice. And I'm going to try to keep Angelo on board. But it's such a disconnect. The guy's in a federal penitentiary, Atlanta. It's, I got to try to find out when he's going to call so I could schedule a live stream. So just keep looking. Just keep looking. You guys got to hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when I schedule a live stream the next time Angelo calls. So you got to hit the notification bell button, you know? So, yeah. So this way you could catch it all in time. You know, the last time I didn't think he was going to call because he might not have been able to hide in prison to do the phone. I don't know, but he eventually called. So at least hit the notification bell and then look for the thumbnail because you'll see that I'm, going to put in there Angelo ba ba ba, and we'll wait and see if he calls. So mm, Joe's the boss. I don't want to be the boss. Not to toot my own horn, but back then my other family side in Queens, they would have cultivated me to be a captain or a boss. They would have cultivated me, but I don't want any part of it. And then my godfather said, "Go back home, get the hell out of here, get out of here. You're either going to be all in or all out." Because my godfather had to spare me for some things. You're either all in or all out. But my cousin and some other people were real good, high in there. My cousin did time because he didn't rat. My cousin did time in the same prison that Angelo's at. My cousin Vic, he did time and he didn't rat. But I believe he got compensated for that also, because there was other whatever the indictments were or whatever stuff like that. He could have gave up one or more people, but there was so much money that, just guessing, that they said, "Listen, take the beef, go do a year, 3-year, 5-year. We're going to secure this money, and so let him be the designated inmate, and then they will compensate." And he didn't rat, but little did they know he wasn't going to rat anyways. But Angelo was in there with him. Angelo, who's down there, that's where my cousin did some of his bid in Atlanta. So, baby, hey, it's crazy people like Angelo doing life and hootie rats over. Yeah, the other guys are ratting when they got to do a 3 to 5. They're giving up everybody for a 3 to 5 sentence, sending other people away for life. Good point, baby, eh? Good point. You'd be a good co-host. Not because you're beautiful. I'm just saying you'd be a good co-host. Oh well, that's that. I'm just gonna try to stay in touch with him and everything. Yeah, and boy, and the mob wives, the girlfriends, they're coming from bars. Holy cow. Hootie the dope head. Oh, wow. So I wrote a good book on it. I'm also an author. I promote it once in a while. But, when I get in that fast lane, things will grow exponentially because I'm not going to give up. Just like I tell you folks, if you got dreams and goals and aspirations, don't give up. Feel it first. It's not being silly. You got one life. You got one shot here. I've wasted so much time, but that's why I put out tons of videos. I'm throwing now. I wasted too much time. You guys are young. Get it in now. Build equity in whatever you're doing. It's not wasted actions. You're building equity into that dream, but you got to stay strong in it. Okay. You got to stay strong. That's all. And I got the thing in there. I also was a psychiatrist and psychologist and therapist and everything. I got the thing in there. Go to the Cash App, leave your number, send me $2. I'll give you therapy. Send your number with a $2 bill. I'll give you therapy if you're struggling. I could have charged you 50 or 100 like them other guys to say happy birthday, Billy. Happy birthday, Sally. That'll be 100. Send me $2 Cash App. I'll give you some therapy. Real therapy. So, life in the fast lane surely make you lose your mind. Life in the Or come on, take the money and run. Whose theme song is that? Mike F. Come on, take the money and run. Woo-hoo. Billy Joe went down in Texas. Yeah. All right, my good people. I feel good about this. I feel good about this. I love community. I love love and compassion. I'm not a tough guy, wise guy, whatever that is. I'm not, I'm out that. This is my 5th chance at life. If you're young, get things together now and build up a good, comfortable living. All right. Yeah. You know what, James McCarthy? I might be down there around June 22nd. I might be down there. Let's do the walk from the beach. Thank you, James McCarthy. Thank you. I did a nature walk near this beautiful park, Akron, and the thing was grainy because it had bad reception in that park area. And I did a nature walk. Maybe I'll do a nature walk for us out of shape 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds, and just take a walk with me on a Monday night, and we'll walk through the park, but it might be grainy because I'm not near a good tower. So yeah, we'll get everything together. This show, I've done a million videos, but the show is still young. It's still young, and the potential is there. And I'm building equity. Each show I do, I'm building equity. So when you're doing your stuff for your goals and dreams, build equity. Baby A, she's doing 1,000% better. That's how I found her. Is a deadbeat dad. What are you guys talking about over there? Holy macaroni and cheese. All right. I like to have fun, folks. Joe Hootie's ex-wife. Well, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to take a walk. The weather's breaking, but it's a beautiful gorge with the rapids. And, oh, man, it's a gem, right? It's a gem. So I like Mother Nature. And maybe I'll do it all night, just try to get a tent and go in the woods and just see if I, just go in a tent with a Coleman grill and just do that. I'll do anything. I like Mother Nature. I like Mother Nature. I like Mother Nature. So we're growing, and I'm gonna tighten this show up. And then once I tighten it up, it's over with, folks. I'm going. That's all. So I'm starting to sweat. You guys got me sweating. I thank you all. Thank you, James McCarthy. And stay in touch. Go. You never do. You never do. You're a mystery man. But I'm going to be down there, hopefully, God willing, on the 22nd or 23rd. I'm going to be down there. So please get a hold of me. I want to shake your hand. And thank you for helping me, man. All right? Can you do that for me? I'm an old man, bro. Have mercy on me. Joe, come to Dallas. I would love to, but I'm lucky I can make the county line right now with the gas prices there are out there. I would love to, baby, eh? Yeah. So perhaps some other time. Perhaps. So yeah. I need a nice co-host, smart, intelligent, good-looking person. Come down and ask questions. God willing, we're gonna evolve, and anything could happen on this show. Anything could happen, and we're just gonna keep pumping. I piggybacked the YouTube with the mob stuff. I piggybacked it, but that's only the start. That's only the start because I'm building a foundation and then I could springboard anywhere because I could be a great interviewer. I could be a good on the fly person, blah, 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 whatever. See, if I could do it with nothing, you know, then once I get the production stuff and more bells and whistles, it's over. I've done this with nothing. Oh, excuse me, my reception. Oh, am I on? Am I on? I've done this, but I keep pumping away. That's why I try to demonstrate to you folks, the truth serum live in Dallas. Yes, ladies first. This is my co-host, uh, Baby A. I better watch what I say. Oh boy. I gotta be careful what I say here because this is just live. Not that I'd be disrespectful or anything, but that's all. Fine Philly. So maybe she hates him more because oh, you guys got your own soap opera going in there. That's all. So Ivan Lore, man, thank you for always coming in here, man. You've been around for a while now. Thank you, Ivan Lore. I appreciate these people that come in here. I don't have a big production. You guys know. Yeah, Ivan been rolling for a while here. Thank you, Mob Rats, coming in. I appreciate it too. Joel Gold, thank you. James McCarthy, as always. Man, I really appreciate it. Who else? Michael Candinas, he always comes in. He starts the show. He's the captain of the bus, you know. But the bus is running out of gas. I'm going to need some help, folks. This bus is running out of gas. BK Cell Crook, how do you always get in here, man? BK Cell Crook, I've been looking at the comments. Wow. Wow. Wow, Big K. Thank you, my people. God bless you guys and your families. I hope you guys rise up and have fulfilling lives. Don't waste time like me. Don't waste time. Don't be up there 60 years old like me. Don't waste time. And be confident. We are born to be kings and queens. Just remember that. Don't let the world and don't be conditioned like robots. Dapper the rapper, all right. Baby ABC. Julian Zimmerman comes in. Thank you, Julian Zimmerman. He comes in. Cool Comic Collective. Hey, what's up? Bah, bah, bah. Big Yin. Thank you, Big Yin. And thank you. I think you supported me when I was at the park. Thank you, Big Yin. He came in one time. Thank you, Big Yin. I appreciate that. Team Brossman. My heart and appreciation goes out to you. David BMX. David BMX, I think he was within my first 5 subscribers. David, man. Woo. We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there. Thank you. I wonder what happened to Leon Swan, David. Leon Swan and you guys were the only guys for a long time. You guys, you folks, I used to do shows with just David BMX and Leon Swan for hundreds of videos where I only had 2 people. But I didn't give up. But David BMX said, hey, you're doing all right. David BMX, I seem like I'm confident. And stuff like that. But it got disheartening. Along the way. And David BMX was like, no, Joe, go ahead. It's all right. We all need that validation. We all need that support. I'm confident in everything, but geez, I had 5 subscribers in 6 months. And David BMX was like, no, you're doing all right, Joe. Good stuff. And he taught me that the world will catch up to you, Joe. The world will catch up. You're good. You're good, Joe. The world will catch up. Thank you, David BMX. We got to rise each other up, folks. Big Yen. Chris A. All right. So, Pimperson, he comes in here. All right, Pimperson, they come in, they throw it down. Mr. Spataro, all right. Uh, Mr. Spataro, I heard Mike Francis say they're selling his wine at ShopRite. Mr. Spataro, they're selling his wine at ShopRite. Yeah, right near the Wild Irish Rose. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes. Thank you, Arian and Stephanie. Thank you. Good spiritual people in there. Help me out. Thank you, folks. We got Marta Fowler. She's a one comment and go. Thank you. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Michael Cadenas. He sets the show off. First guy in. Thank you, Michael K. He's been riding in here for a spell. Been riding in here for a spell. I like community. I like psychology. I like love and compassion. Yes, I get crazy too, but we have to have awareness, Pimperson, you come back. uh Max, he has to say goodbye at least 3 times. Yeah. Yeah. You know me. It takes me 15 minutes to say goodbye to you good guys. So, but you're riding along and we're gonna get there. And when I hit that fast lane on YouTube, I'm gonna throw a big assembly somewhere and we're gonna all meet each other and we're gonna laugh and we're gonna have fun. I could dream. I could dream. That's what I'd love to do. Why doesn't Mike Francis throw a party for all them people that donate? If you donated 100 and 200, why don't he throw something, a big banquet or something, a big buffet? Why don't he do that? Be a human. Talking about Christian and all that. Be a human. I'd love to meet you guys in person and shake your hand. And baby A, I'd love to give you a kiss on the cheek. Oh, no, I'd shake your hand and give you a hug. That's all, my brats. Hey, Max Meeks, you bought my book. You're the one person that bought my book. Thank you, Max Meeks. You're the one person. Someday it's going to take off. I got to stay confident. I got to stay confident. That's all. Thank you, man. Thank you, Max. Max pops in here. These guys been riding along. It keeps me going. It keeps me going. Oh, well, you have numbers. No, whatever my numbers are, you guys are valued. Whether I got whatever the numbers are. Francis wine for the made man. Ivan, you got some good ones, man. They scrub the BJ's wholesale. They scrub the toilets with it. Wow, you got to help me write some comedy skits, Ivan. So, yeah, I got a lot of ideas. I like to have fun. I don't come on here. Yeah, I get peed off and stuff and everything else, but I'm down on laughing. I'm down on having fun. I've got my 5th chance at life. So I owe it to the angels in the spiritual world to try to share that. I'm not perfect. I get crazy and nuts, but we want the world to be perfect, but it's just not going to be. So we got to take some things in stride, process them, but come up and formulate a plan. Come up with a plan. We can't look behind us all the time. Maybe we could learn from our mistakes, but when are we going to leap to the next lily pad? When are we going to take that leap? Don't fear. Don't fear because you think you're not good enough. You're good enough. We are meant to be kings and queens. So, yeah. So, what else we got? What else we got here? You guys know me. I go till my battery runs out. Baby, hey, Ivan, you just made his next advertisement. I know. Hey, you should get compensated for that, bro. So, yeah, my battery is running down. I didn't plug it in. I didn't flick the switch, but an hour and 20 minutes. How come I always start these off thinking, oh, I'm just going to do a 20-minute video and blah, 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 and that's it? Why I always start off like that? I should know it's going to go for an hour and 30 minutes because I don't know, I sit up here by myself. I need somebody to talk to. I love it. I need somebody to talk to, you know? You ain't got to be a tough guy and all that kind of stuff. What is all that? What's a tough guy mean? What's that mean? That you can beat somebody up? What's a tough guy? A tough guy is the guy that takes 3 buses to go to work and support his family. What is a tough guy? Hey, Lady Saint, a tough guy. What, he could beat people up? Or is a tough guy the guy that's got a wife and 3 kids and he takes 2 buses to work at a factory and pay the bills? That's a tough guy. That's the tough guy. My grandfather was a tough guy. He freaking worked and tried to provide and everything. Our family didn't have anything, Italian American new in here. Yeah. Welcome aboard. You caught the tail end of it, Italian America. Low battery. Uh-oh. Yeah, I do these things. I didn't plug it in, but an hour and something's long enough, my good people. If you're willing to look at the other videos, Italian American, that's cool. So yeah, I like to rock and roll with the people in here, and that's my shtick. So that's that. Be the kings and queens of your world, folks. Rise up. You're gonna get there. Don't give up. You can reach your dreams at any age. I'm doing this at 60. Tony Lucas, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. The rest of the world's catching up, folks. The world is catching up. So put your dream first, feel it, and let the world catch up. You only got one life to live. This is my 5th attempt at it. I better, I'm trying to get it together and share something if I can. Because love and compassion is the vibe that wins in the matrix and quantum physics. We're not going to get into all that because you guys will be freaking your ears if they're not already read. But that's the secret. That's the secret. That is the secret. We can manipulate the variables. And I'm trying to demonstrate it here against swimming upstream. But it ain't upstream when you already have the result in mind. All right. So Tony Lucas, thank you. I appreciate it. Italian American, Lady Saint, and thank you, James McCarthy, and thank you, Team Brossman, Arian, and Stephanie. God bless you and your beautiful family. And God bless everybody and their beautiful families. Let's rise up this summer. Let's enjoy. If you're trying to get things sorted out in your head, seek help. Seek help if you can. It doesn't mean you're a wimpy guy. It don't mean you're a wimpy guy. It means you're strong and looking for answers and trying to raise up. So put that ego aside. There's no tough guys. Just people are just trying to rise up in their quality of life. So that's all, Sad boy Maz, how you feel, buddy? My battery's running out. I've been rocking and rolling. And thank you for your support, sad boy Maz. Back at you, buddy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ivan Lore. NBA semifinal. Yeah. Yeah. The New York Knicks. So you guys know I hate to say goodbye. Likewise, Joe. Thank you, Tony Lucas. Thank you. It's about rising each other up. Yeah, I get Mobtalk and everything else, but I'm a spiritualist. So, and a psychologist also, and an entertainer, and a weatherman, and a talk show host. All right. So I enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like button because my ratio of like button, the ratio from views to likes is number 1 on YouTube. So thank you for supporting my channel any way you can because I am number 1 on YouTube for the ratio of views to the like button. My community, we're number 1 there. And we're gonna catch up and be in number 1 in other areas. Bye, baby A. So we've already established being number 1 in one aspect on YouTube. I got the best ratio of views from likes to views ratio. We're number 1. This little old channel with a crooked light. See, you can do it, folks. You can do it. Whatever you got to stay in there. You're the kings and queens. Don't let the world, your boss fired you. That could be a blessing. That could be a blessing. Sometimes we perceive things that are negative can also be a positive blessing. Some things, God and the spiritual realm works in mysterious ways. We perceive things as like, oh, that happened bad. That was bad. That was bad. No, it's just setting up a blessing, you know. So you got to look at things that way. It's been raining for the last several days here in Louisiana. Oh, wow. The levee's going to break, Lady Saint. When the levee breaks, Led Zeppelin. So I've been saying goodbye now for 22 minutes and 47 seconds. All right. So that's that. My charger's going to go out because I didn't plug it in like an hour, yeah. So thank you, everybody. Uh, uh, Sad Boy Maz, thank you, bro, from Norway and I might have it wrong, but I went international. Australia, South Africa, England, Scandinavian countries. The North Pole and South Pole is next. So thank you, folks. Let the world bless you in your endeavors. And thank you for hanging out with me. And we're going to check back. We're going to keep Angelo in the mix. I'll notify in the thumbnail when he could call me, and I'll set the time to do the live stream when Angelo's doing life in the Atlanta penitentiary. So I'll try to put that in the thumbnail when I anticipate that he's going to call and we can hear what Angelo has to say. So we're going to keep that on track. Okay, folks? That's just showing another aspect of guys he got ratted on and he's doing life, you know? So thank you, Sad Boy Maz. You stay blessed too. So we're going to get, and I'm going to try to put some more money in his commissary and stuff. So he's got the minutes on that phone and we could put it together somehow. So that's cool. Give you guys another look at what happens to the guys that got ratted on. Well, they're just rotting away. He's a 75, 77 years old. He ain't going up for parole in 7 years. Well, he'll be 85. So he's going to, forgive me if Patty and Rick are watching. He's going to die. I mean, forgive me, Rick and Patty. I'm sorry, but that's not to be blunt. God bless the man, but he's going to die. So we're going to talk to him before he passes away. You know, Tony Lucas, there goes my internet connection and coming. The price I pay for bad internet. Yo, the Spectrum, they want your freaking blood. Yeah. 1 million subscriber. Yes, Tony. We'll get there, man. Thank you, Tony Lucas. So, yeah, we're going to try to keep Angelo in the game. God bless him, an old man, you know. And that's that. So, thank you, everybody. I'll be back, God willing, and God bless you. The world bless you. And just keep watching for my just keep watching scheduled video, and hopefully I can get Angelo back on. Thank you, folks. I appreciate all your support.